it's Rachel here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. So I'm out here working on the property, burning logs. We're really stumps. See how he does. So I've got the dogs out here so they can kind of get a little experience. Typically, usually people have a fireplace or whatever, but this house doesn't have one, much to my dismay. So this is just a nice little opportunity for them to learn about fire. Everybody's having fun. Instead of pulling the stumps, decided to burn them. Got some community stick chewing. They really don't care too much. See how this one's doing. The wind kind of is a little bit more subdued. It was a lot more intense. You kind of hear the sizzling. Is that your stick, preacher? Is that your stick? Use your stick? You better get that stick, preacher. Yep. So she tried to muscle him off his stick, but it didn't work. He didn't give up. You good boy, preacher. That's your stick. That's right. That's your stick. So you don't let that whammon take you off your stick, do you? See, nuh-uh. See, that's my stick. My stick. So we've got Belladonna inside. She's hollering in her kennel. So we're doing some kennel training with her because she's not potty trained yet. And she just needs to get used to it until we can trust her to be out. And I didn't trust her around the fire, especially with her little cone on. I could just imagine her getting too close and that little plastic getting too hot or something. I don't know. What you doing, boy? What you doing, boy? You trying to eat cactus? You trying to eat cactus, you big girl? Don't you get on me whamming. Crazy lady. Let's see Blondie checking out the fire. Really wish Savannah would do something about that dog. But she's in there, not listening to it, ignoring it, watching TV. I'm gonna tell her to go and do something. She needs to go and lay down and be calm. Crazy dogs. Savannah! Savannah! Yeah, you need to be getting on to her. That's too loud. So I noticed some signs that Midnight and Blondie are going to be going into heat pretty soon. For sure. Hey, pretty girl. Hey, pretty girl. Look at you, little queen of the mountain. Queen of the mountain. Queen of the mountain. Did you lose your stick? Did you lose your stick? You better find it. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, she's a good girl. Look at you playing with your stick. What's a good girl? That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Ooh. Cashmere's like, don't even think about it. Well, I honestly thought that this fire would be more interesting for them, but they could really care less. Hey, big guy. Hey, big guy. What are you doing? What are you doing, funny boy? What are you doing, funny boy? Yeah. You excited? Are you excited, Batista? You happy? Yes, you are. Say, yes, you are. Yes, I am. I'm so happy. Oop, don't knocking my phone around. What you good boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Oh. Father-daughter stick chewing. Ooh, he got mad. Little guy thought better of it. He's like, yeah, not worth it. He's smart. Very smart boy. What is she doing out there? Oh, she can hear those dogs barking. Even Blondie's listening. Structure. Most of the time, oh wow, yeah, there you go. There's some structure. Most of the time, whenever we're out here, we hear those coyotes, man. They day or night, you'll hear them. Ooh, pretty boy preacher. Cashmere. Very clear communication. Oh, thank you. Will you put that down for me? Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh.
What are you doing, biggin? What are you doing, biggin? Did you do biggin? Yeah, you are with your big old fat head dog. Batista. What you do, fat head dog? Did you good boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Who's a good boy? Who's a good... Yes, I love you. I do. I love you. Rude, Blondie. Rude. I think whenever I see her running around. Yep. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yep. There you go. There's some structure. Oh, she moved. I tell you what, y'all. Blondie's got jumps. She's got jumps. Good girl. Good girl. Putting in work, Liberty. Putting in work. Did a good girl. Yeah. 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 Good girl, Blondie. Put in work. That's a good dog. You go ahead and you disperse that. That's the idea. What's up, good girl? What's up, big girl? Yeah. She got thick out of nowhere, y'all. Velocity just matured big time. In fact, I'm going to put her picture in the thumbnail so you guys get to see just how gorgeous she really is. Jesus. What are you, a goblin or a dog? Crazy lady. So, watching her eat her stick. Still. Oh, look, she got the grasshopper. After the grasshopper. Oh, nope, it moved. You know, when I was a kid, I used to come out and get grasshoppers. There were these big ones too. And I used to feed them to my cat. It's so horrible. I can't, honestly, I couldn't do that today. I'm not even tough enough to do that today. But I was back then. And I knew that cats didn't like the legs, like that they didn't like, that they found the legs to be annoying. So I wasn't comfortable pulling the legs off of the grasshoppers because for some reason I perceived that to be cruel. But I would hold them in my hand with just the head exposed and let my cats eat them head first. It was so horrible. But my cats loved me for it. They really appreciated it. We'd go out into the field hunting together. I would catch these grasshoppers for my cats and feed them to my cats. Like I said, I couldn't do it today. There's no way. I don't even like the feeling of like grasshoppers in my hands. Like how powerful their legs are when they try to jump out of your hands. Just like, ah! I have that ick thing now that is characteristic of most girls and bugs. But when I was a kid, I was tougher. I wasn't like that. I didn't care. So for me, it was just about bonding with the animal. Like that was what was most important to me, was bonding with my animal. So I knew they liked grasshoppers because I had seen them hunting them before. So I figured I'll just go out there and hunt them and then give them to my cat. And as a, as a show of like affection, And because there's really no better way with a wild animal. And cats are not domesticated. Like even though they live with us, they really are not like domestic in that regard. You know what I mean? Like they don't do anything for us like by command usually. Like you can't train them the way that you can with a dog. There are exceptions, you know what I mean? Like when I actually used to volunteer at the Humane Society. Gosh, I was not even out of high school yet. And there was this black kitten named Pudge. And he was like, way too energetic and stuff. Like he'd already been returned back to the place twice. And I, anyway, I taught him to sit, and lay down and to stand up for a treat. So treats are food. Food's really good to incentivize a behavior out of an animal, especially a wild animal. An animal that would otherwise have no interest in doing what a human says. Structure. And so for me, going out there and interacting with my cats and then, hunting together and then sharing that food reward, which the cat doesn't know I'm not eating it. He just knows I grabbed it and now I'm sharing it with him, It's a very bonding experience. I think probably a lot like what hunting with early dogs would have been like. Early wolves, whenever we first started to work with them. I think it probably would have been a lot like that, They kind of recognize we're going after maybe a similar prey item. Maybe we start to kind of work together a bit and then, we kill it and then we throw them some food, something like that, right? Maybe not as sophisticated as it is today. And I think that it's not just dogs that we've done that with. I've mentioned it before. Killer whales. There are stories, if you Google it, of killer whales working with humans, working in unison. And the whalers always knew that the killer whales wanted the tongues, so they'd always let them take the tongues, and then they would haul it in. And it was cooperative. And I really wonder, like, if I just really wonder, like, how close could that bond have been had we embraced that, Like, there's so many orca, like Springer and some other ones, if I remember correctly. There's been a couple of them, like orphaned calves or lost calves that ended up getting attached to people. And I've always wondered, like, how close that relationship could have been had we been allowed to actually interact with them, instead of having people step in and say, no, hands off, hands off. Blondie, I don't know where you think you're going, but you're not doing it. Turn it around now. She thought she's fixing to take off. I saw her looking, smelling. There's probably some deer over there. But anyway, that it's just really interesting to me, you know, because the reason that we have the relationship that we do with dogs is because they're social animals, right? So they are designed to live with other animals, or with with other members of a. Hey, preacher! No, sir. Turn it back around now. Now. He thinks there's something in there, and there probably is. Preacher, move it. Come on, bring it back. I'm pretty sure that lot over there is fixing to sell too. There was somebody over there earlier. Preacher, move it all the way. Come on. Come on. He's like, why? I'm on my property. All right. So anyway, wolves are social mammals, and we capitalize on that trait in order to work with them the way that we do. And then of course we have a common food source, being meat, so we can mutually benefit from our relationship together. And like I said, I just wonder how unique or intricate that relationship could have gotten with Orca if we were allowed to kind of explore that and work together the way that apparently one group of people did. I forget where they were from. I can't remember. Structure. Dun, 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 dun. I really am loving it. Look at that. They are on alert. Something is over there. Look at Midnight over there. They don't like it. Now Cashmere watching. Oh, there we go. There's some action. So we've got Midnight here looking, trying to act like nothing's going on. And then we've got Blondie over here, ready to take her down as usual. So this is what Midnight does, is she tries to act like she doesn't see her, like nothing's going on. And then you see she made eye contact. She watched her just then. Oh, no, here comes Blondie. Here comes Blondie. Doot, 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 doot. They're so funny. Do you see that? Do you see Midnight being all lazy, being all sassy? You see her not moving at first? She's so funny. She was being sassy. Sassy girl. Sassy girl. I love the songbirds. Did anybody see the post about that yellow cardinal? Is that real? Is that confirmed? Or is it Photoshop? And if it is real, is it common? Or is it as unique as people made it out to seem? Comment down below, and then I'll know that you actually watched till the end.
Hi, pretty girl. Oh, hello.
What are you guys getting into? Tell me you're not eating cactus. What is it with them and eating cactus? I swear. Are you being bad dogs? What are you getting into? Psst, get out of that. Yep. Ugh. Very nasty. Go. Gross. Get. Rotten cactus. Alright, I'm going to take them inside because they're just going to keep coming back to this. So I'll talk at you later. Hope you have a good day. Bye.